Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 5 of my 3-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against 2 Emperor AI that are each on their own separate team, and I'm playing as the High Elf Arch Druid, Tauron of the Trees. In our last episode, we encountered the second of our opponents. Previously, both our opponents were unknown. However, we did encounter the Draconian Theocrat, Caradon Duraga, but we had yet to encounter the second opponent, and at the end of the last episode, we met Carl Hushwick, the Halfling Archdruid. So now we know both of our opponents, and we know where they're located. And I have a bead on the throne city of, you can see here, Nak Brock, which belongs to Caradon, the Draconian Theocrat, and as I said, I've encountered the city belonging to Carl, but I don't know if this actually is the throne city or not, although I have a good suspicion that it is, given that it's a fairly sizable city, judging from the domain we can see here, and we're only on turn 14, so it does stand to reason that this is the throne city, but in any case, we'll have to keep exploring to figure that out. Now, before we dive into the episode, I did just want to give a quick shout out to Lance Fair, who left a comment on the last episode. Lance pointed out that when I'm trying to level up my units that can evolve, like in particular my little spider babies, like for example, I had one that evolved into this canyon crawler here that's now a tier 3 unit. A good strategy is to actually employ things like immobilizing abilities. So a good example of that would be, I'm just trying to find a... Yeah, so here would be a good example. So if I wanted to level up this baby shock serpent really efficiently and safely, a good strategy to use would actually be to immobilize enemy units if possible, and then let the baby shock serpent get the hit, get the final hit and get the kill. And a way to do that would be to use things like webbing or entangling touch, for example, or any freezing abilities that would basically render an enemy unit immobile and vulnerable to attack, and that would allow the shock serpent or any other, tier 1 animal that could evolve, or any unit really that could evolve, to go in and get those hits and farm that experience without nearly as much risk. And of course, this would work well on the final unit in a stack, or the final unit of the enemy team in a battle. So really good point from Lance there. Lance also pointed out he was kind of sad that I lost that Hunter Spider baby in the last episode, and I am too. That was a bit of a shame. Just to remind everybody, I used Tauron's stack here to attack this dungeon, and although I did get some good rewards out of it, including this Dwarven Firstborn here that you can see, I did unfortunately lose a Hunter Spider baby that was already partway leveled, so it was a bit of a bittersweet victory for me. But in any case, thank you to Lance for the comments, and let's dive in, because, again, I've got lots to do, and now that I know both of my opponents here, I think things are going to get pretty interesting. All right, so we were in the middle of the turn last time. We had already moved Tauron, as you can see here. So I think what we'll do then is we'll move back over to our other units. So one that we can still move here, as you can see, is our Theocrat stack. And our Theocrat, importantly, does have Convert now, so he should be able to recruit some additional units via the use of that ability. So I think what we'll do here, because I just don't think we're quite strong enough to take on the elementals that are guarding the seal right here. So I think what we'll do instead is we'll grab this, the Haste Berries. That's going to give us some extra movement, and then what we'll do is we'll clear out the Shrine to the Scarlet Destroyer. Now, there's a unit here I'm not familiar with, which is a Fire Spirit. Interesting. Okay, so it has Fire Aura. So every time an enemy unit performs a melee or touch attack, enemy unit receives 5 fire damage and has a chance to be immolated. Yikes. Okay, we'll have to try to use our ranged attacks on this guy if possible. It's a floating unit. It has Inflict Immolation. It has 20% physical protection, and then it has 100% blight protection and fire protection, but obviously a lot of frost weakness. Interesting. Okay. So let's see if we can win this battle without too much trouble, and then we'll kind of complete the loop around the city here, clearing out structures as we go, and hopefully getting a bit stronger, so maybe we can do that Seals battle. The alternative plan would be to send this stack over and see if maybe we can attack our Draconian opponent. Okay, so we've got... oh, and then the Salamander must have been hidden in there. I didn't see him when I was looking at it earlier. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, so he has Wasteland Concealment. It's invisible on Barrens. Okay, so that explains why we didn't see him. Now, unfortunately, our units are a little bit kind of worse for wear here at the moment, so we might have to be a little bit careful, actually, now that I'm looking at this. So I think what I'll do is I will buff the Unicorn Rider, because, again, I'm kind of anticipating the Unicorn Rider being our main fighting force for this battle. What I will do, though, is I will advance the Tiger as a bit of a, I don't want to call it a distraction, but perhaps to maybe draw some of the aggro. So then what we'll do is we'll rotate our Blunderbussman over here. We'll also rotate our Baby Shock Serpent, perhaps like this. Again, ideally, I don't want my units grouped up, given that the enemy has, the Draconian Flamer has the Firebomb ability. So I think what we'll do then is perhaps we will park our Unicorn Rider right there, and then let's see what happens. Okay, going. Ooh, the Blunderbussman just took some heavy punishment. Okay, so we're going to have to try and bail out the Blunderbussman. Now, unfortunately, if we attack the Fire Spirit with melee attacks, we're going to suffer some pretty hefty fire damage. So, thanks to that fire aura, so we may have to actually get a little crafty here. All right, let's think about what we could do. Now, we also have our Convert ability, which may be worth trying to do. That said, I don't want to risk losing units if I don't have to, so we do have the option to use our Blunderbuss attack, although, again, not going to be as effective given the fire protection here. So maybe what we do then is, it'd be nice to do some big damage if we could, but we're not going to be able to get close enough to do 3 hits with the appropriate range without the range penalty. So I think what we'll do instead here, what about, now here's an option. We could charge right in, try to help that way. An alternative solution would be to actually move over this way, hit this guy, hit the Fire Spirit with a Spirit Ray to turn him around, then hit him with the Blunderbuss shot from the Blunderbussman, and then flank him for some extra damage and maybe get the kill that way. So you know what? Let's see if maybe we can do that. So we'll actually do this. There we go. We'll turn him around. We'll step off here. Blast like that. And then we should be able to get the kill here with our Shock Serpent. So let's see. We're going to do a minimum of 6 plus 2 plus 4. So that would be 12. And we're going to hit twice. So I think we'll be fine there. Perfect. Okay, so there's the kill and a very, very nice level up for our Shock Serpent. Now we just have to make sure that that Shock Serpent doesn't get killed off by any chance. So let's attack the Flamer here with our Swordsman. Yeah, there we go. Almost dead. And then we can use our Unicorn Rider to actually build up a charge here. There we go. Flank charge. Excellent. And then we can get the kill with our Tiger. Perfect. Now they should just kill themselves on the Swordsman there. Yep, there we go. Nice level up for our Swordsman as well. Okay, and we got the benefit of the Shrine, which is helpful. That's going to at least give us a bit of fire protection. We can upgrade our hero as well because our Theocrat did just get to level 8. So now let's take a look. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe it's at level 11 that we get access to the group-wide Resurgence, which I think is Divine Justicars, if I remember correctly. So that's one I want to definitely save up for. But Holy Champions wouldn't be a bad one at this stage, I think. So maybe let's grab that. It's going to give us some extra, again, stack-wide benefit, which I like those abilities, as I've said multiple times. I like the abilities that benefit my whole army rather than just the hero, if possible. So now, let's see. I wonder how strong... We are a little bit worse for wear, but let's see how strong the guarding force is for this item rack here. Ooh, okay, we've got ourselves a Draconian Sky Sentinel, which looks like a variation of the Draconian Flyer here. Very interesting color scheme. Projectile resistance, martial arts, has a shield. Okay, and this is the twist on the Draconians where you have frost protection and fire weakness. So these are the the ice flyers, I guess you could call them. I like that, though. The Sky Sentinel. That's a cool name. Very, very nice. So I like that they have martial arts. That's really, really useful. Projectile resistance also very, very powerful. And then the fact that they have a shield is also quite strong. So these look like a kind of a little bit tankier version of a standard. Let's see what else they get here. And they get charge at elite. They get additional frost protection, which is pretty cool. The only thing that they don't get, which the Draconian flyer gets, is killing momentum. So I'm pretty darn sure that the flyer gets killing momentum, if I remember correctly. But I believe that's at gold medal. So in any case, though, cool unit. I'm glad I got to see them. And then just some other kind of units here. Crusher, Huracan here. Let's see, what's that? Oh, it's an archer unit. Okay, and okay, they have a slingshot. Very cool. And they can inflict crippling wounds, and they have themselves a little shield as well. Yeah, I'm really liking the Draconian variants. A lot of them are quite cool. And again, those variants added by Chivalrous Intentions. All right, enough yammering, though. Let's decide. So, again, we're probably not strong enough to try out this battle, even with the added fire protection from the Shrine. I think we just need a little bit more experience and maybe to get this Shock Serpent evolved first. So, the question is, do we want to risk this battle? I'm kind of thinking yes, given that our Unicorn Riders are quite powerful. And I mean, if we end up losing the Tiger or the Swordsman or something, that's not really the end of the world. We can also summon more units to join the stack, which wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, all right. I've kind of talked myself into it. We'll do it. It'll be tough though, because these are difficult units we're going up against here. And there's 4 of them, of course. Oh, dang, and they crippled my... That's actually really unfortunate that the Unicorn Rider's been crippled like that. That is not ideal. Okay, so we're going to need to buff. So what that means now is our movement is reduced here, which isn't great. So I think what we'll do is we'll use a Bestow Iron Heart onto the Unicorn Rider. Because, again, I'm anticipating the Unicorn Rider being our main force. Yeah, you know, I might have bitten off a little more than I can chew with this battle. Like, I think we'll be able to win it. I have to be very careful because I don't want to risk losing the baby Shock Serpent or the Theocrat, obviously, and probably the Unicorn Rider. I would say the rest of my units are more or less expendable, but I have to be very careful. So I think we'll send the Tiger in, though, to flank like this. Yeah, that's huge. And then... Now, you know, we could phase the Unicorn Rider in here. My only concern doing that is that that's going to put that Unicorn Rider in a really bad position. So I just don't think that's really worth doing. That said, you know what? Again, our Swordsman I'm okay losing if I have to. The Sky Sentinel does have some fire weakness. However, we could also turn the Huracan around. Not that that's really going to be helpful to me necessarily. So I think we will blast the Sky Sentinel for a little bit of damage. And then the Blunderbussman will just keep kind of in reserve along with our Shock Serpent here. Again, I don't want to risk them getting killed. Now, again, the big question is what do we do with the Unicorn Rider? And I think a decent idea might be to use a little bit of Fire Spit here just to soften up that Sky Sentinel just a touch. All right, now let's see what happens here. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, I forgot my units explode when they die, thanks to that Shrine, which is, again, it sucks that I lost a few units, but they did some extra damage there, which is nice. Now, something else I just realized, I could try to mind control the Sky Sentinel here. It's going to be risky, but it's definitely something I could attempt to do here. And I think that would actually be pretty useful for me if I can manage to make it work for me here. All right, so now let's step up with the Blunderbussman here. Oh yeah, we can kill the Crusher, no problem. Now it's just the Flamer that needs to die. Okay, so what we're going to do, I think, is... Oh yeah, you know what we can do is we'll charge over like this. Do some damage, and then I think... Oh, that's right, though. I forgot that they don't have... See, I was thinking I could use Fire Spit, but of course they're immune to fire damage, so that's not actually going to work for me. So what I'm going to do instead here is I'm going to heal... Okay, I was just going to say my blunderbussmen are out of range, so I'm not too concerned there. But I don't want my hero getting in range of the Sky Sentinel with low health like that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll inch over that way and then blast for the kill here. Yeah, perfect. And then I'll park my... Yeah, there we go. Now, our Unicorn Rider's going to take some punishment here. Oh, I guess not. Okay. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that the Sky Sentinel didn't attack my Unicorn Rider. And the reason for that is because had it done so, it wouldn't have been in defense mode, which means I would have had a better chance of this working. And as you can see, I have kind of low odds. Now, let me just see. Is there anything I could do to improve those odds? I could shock the unit. I don't know if shocking it does anything for me, though. No, it just... I mean, it's useful, but it wouldn't lower the resistance or spirit weakness or anything like that, obviously. So that's not going to help me. All right, so you know what? We'll try this. It's low odds. Okay, I didn't expect it to work, but now what we can do is we can gang up on this guy for some extra damage here. So we'll do that. And then we can do this, and then we can... Actually, you know what? It might be better to just do that. Again, I would love to get the last hit and the kill with the Shock Serpent if I could. But I don't know if that's going to be feasible necessarily. Well, hang on. What we can do is maybe we can charge... Yeah, we'll do one charge here. There we go. And now how much health is left? Okay, as long as we don't get a terrible roll, we should get the kill. Alternatively, we could do this, but we basically just need a 9 or a 10. Perfect. There we go. There's some big experience. And again, we did lose 2 of our units, but we got some much-needed experience here with our... Ooh, look at that. We are 2 experience points away from evolving the Shock Serpent, so... And a couple of items doesn't hurt either. Not a shield I'm particularly fond of, given the spirit weakness here. Cure Disease, that's not terrible. Orb of Eternal Cold, Inflict Chilling. That's useful if your units do frost damage, but it's also nice just to reduce some of the defense there. But in this case, I'm not really that excited about any of these items, so I think I'm just going to sell it for the extra gold, to be perfectly honest. Alright, so now the question is, what do I do? Do I keep attacking? Got some Tigrans here that could actually use some killing. Wouldn't be bad recruiting an Epsilon Warrior. They're kind of the infantry equivalent of a Tigran Sun Guard. Wouldn't mind them, even though they're tier 1, they're pretty strong. And then there's a Tigran Mahout here, which is basically a rider on an elephant. And you can see here, Wall Crushing, Devastating Charge, Guard Breaker. Pretty strong cavalry unit there. And quite a lot of health, as you can see. Although the defense and resistance is a little bit low. So kind of equivalent to like the Mammoth Riders for the Frostlings, I guess. In a lot of ways. High health, but kind of lower defense. And then we've got the Tomb here, which again, we're a little bit underpowered for, especially given that we just lost a few units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start summoning a wild animal and add it into this stack once I'm ready. So I think what we'll do is we'll inch closer to this battle, and then we'll wait a turn and maybe do it next time. That's going to do it for that stack, and that's going to do it for our turn here. So I just want to double check. Oh yeah, we have this Mandrill who can come in. He can actually go and join the stack here for some extra bodies in there. That would be useful. And then I just want to see now, where did I end up putting my Sorcerer hero? Did I send him down? I did send him down this way. Okay. So here we have Agellis the Levitating. Now, where do I want to send him? Again, we have to wait till next turn, but I think the plan would probably be to... Well, we definitely want to clear out these spiders in this monster den. That's for sure. And then perhaps we could clear out these Frostlings that are guarding this inn, although you don't really get any rewards from the inn when you clear it out, but just the experience wouldn't be bad, I guess. We also have this Mammoth Rider who's coming to join the party. And then I suppose we could turn back and clear out some of these structures up here, perhaps. Alternatively, we could head into the Shadow Realm and see what we can find there. And then a third option would be we head back this way, follow in the footsteps of Tauron and reinforce him in his potential upcoming battle against the Halfling Arch Druid that he's going to have to fight here. So I think what we'll do is we'll end the turn. It's enough kind of pondering for now. Oh, nice. Okay. So looks like Ix has a quest available and they are offering to join. So let's see what the quest is. Stop the Deviants. Looks like some ogres. We can get a Draconian Sunbearer. Wow, a tier 3 Draconian Pikeman. Oh, very cool. Oh, and they get a Sun Shield. Wow, and they have Blinding Aura. Any unit that strikes this unit in melee combat has a chance of being blinded. They get Projectile Reflection. Wow. And of course, Polearm, Pikeman, First Strike. 80, and then the Sun Shield gives them even more fire protection, which is huge. And then as they level up, they get Inflict Scorching Heat. They do get fire protection at Expert level at Silver Medal, which would give them 100%. And then they get Fire Aura at Elite, so pretty strong unit, honestly. I would very much like to have them, actually, if I could. So I think I will do this. This is going to be a tough quest, because Ogres are tier 3. But this does give me perhaps an opportunity to use my Convert. So let's accept that quest. Now we just got to figure out where they are. Oh, there they are. Oh, we've got Nymph here. Nymph has mind control immunity, but it, of course, has mind control ability of its own with Seduce and Befriend Animal. And then we have a Bard. The Bard I could try to convert, and then it has Charm, which would give me another option for that, and Bard skill. So, yeah, that's a quest I'm definitely excited to do. So maybe I'll just turn around. Rather than do this battle, I might just head back and see if I can do the quest. Although I guess since I'm right here, I might as well engage the battle while I'm there. Oh, and look at this, a Vampire Spider baby. Very nice. So this has the option to evolve into a Vampire Spider Queen if I can level it up. And that Lifesteal plus Webbing Touch is great. Quite happy about that. I really like when those summons are the kind that can be evolved. Oh my goodness, and look at this. Okay, we've got a stack here belonging to... Oh, and it's actually Carl Hushwick himself. Isn't that interesting? So he's got a couple of different serpents here. He's got a Halfling Kern. So nothing too scary in the stack, but he does have a decent amount of units, and he is away from his city. So then the question is, do I turn around and try to fight him, or do I head in and maybe take advantage of a presumably less guarded city? And that's what I think I'm going to do. Let's advance. Oh, and look at this. Okay, he does have a hero guarding the city. It's a Halfling Sorcerer. Sublimator the Mage. Let's zoom out. Is this the throne? It is the throne. Okay, so Gem. Throne city of my Halfling opponent. While we're here, I might as well grab this Cartographer's Tent. There's a Halfling city to the north. Presumably belonging to my opponent. Yep, I'm assuming it is the case. Although I don't see the domain of the city, so it's probably quite undeveloped at the moment. Alright, so now the question is, are we strong enough to do this battle? It'll depend on what else is guarding the city. Okay, so he's got a pretty good... Yeah, okay, he's got a pretty good stack here, unfortunately. So, looks like he's got a tier 3 cavalry. Halfling Rooster Farmer. Very cool. So it's riding a cockatrice here, which is great. Has Doomgaze. Yikes. Ooh, First Strike as well, and Charge, of course. Very, very cool. Yeah, that's quite neat. I quite like this unit. That's very, very cool. I really do like the cockatrice unit. You don't get to see them all that often, though, so it's neat when they're incorporated in another way. And then, of course, here we have another Archdruid guarding the stack, or leading the stack. So he's got 3 heroes. Yeah, I just... You know, we're pretty powerful, but I don't know if we are quite strong enough to take on the city as it stands. We also don't have any casting points at the moment, so if he casts any spells, we're in trouble. Yeah, maybe I kind of regret sending this unit back to join in here. You know what? I think it's going to be time. We're going to send our sorcerer over to assist. I think we're going to have to. What we'll do, we'll ignore the inn. We'll head down here, and I think we will just attack these spiders. since we're in the neighborhood. Might actually need the help, though, from this Mammoth Rider, given how tough this battle's potentially going to be. So what we'll do is we'll send our Tiger. We'll just start sending the Tiger over here. And then we'll catch up with the rest of our units. So now we'll go like this. And then we will go like this. Now, I do have to be careful sending Tauron in over there kind of by himself. He could presumably get attacked if the enemy leader moves back to kind of group up with his other units. So I actually have to be very careful. But in any case, let's focus on this battle. So, okay, we got a Canyon Crawler, Hunter Spider, Vampire Spider. We're going to have to watch out for the phase ability and then presumably the webbing touch that's going to follow it. That could be kind of dangerous for us, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. We've got spells if we need them, although we are kind of low on mana, so I don't want to use them if I don't absolutely have to. So I think what we're going to do is we're sort of just going to gently advance. I suspect that the Longbowman will be a target for the phase attempt that's going to almost certainly going to come from those Hunter Spiders, but we'll see. Yeah, and they're going to force us to get closer, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm willing to sacrifice this Barghest if I really needed to lose somebody. The Snapper Crab does have the potential to evolve into a Tier 2 unit, I believe. And so, probably better to not waste them unnecessarily. Okay, there's that webbing touch. Oh, and there was another one on the Barghest. Although, again, that at least gives me a chance now to do some hefty damage. Okay, so here, we can kill the Hunter Spider baby, so let's do that. Very good. And then now we can attack the Vampire Spider babies. Unfortunately, I can't really get a charge going. But maybe what we'll do is actually just hang out in defense mode like this. The Ice Claw can attack the Canyon Crawler, which does have some frost weakness. But it would be better if I could sort of team up here with the Jealous, I think. And do some extra damage here to the Canyon Crawler. And then perhaps we'll even try the Freezing Touch. Let's see if that works. No such luck. And then I think what we'll do is we'll move the Snapper Crab just to guard a Jealous a little bit there. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, there goes the Barghest. Oh, no! That's really unfortunate that the Mammoth Rider got webbed like that. Let's hope we can get the kill here. If we get some decent rolls. Nice, we did. Okay, perfect. Now we have to work on what we have left here. So now the question, I think we'll try for the kill on the Spider Baby here. Perfect, that's great. Okay, so now I can start advancing towards the Spider Queen. We do have a line of sight problem here. So now I think what we'll do is we'll blast for some damage. And then again, the Mammoth Rider is going to take some heavy punishment here. So it would be nice if I could perhaps get in the way with the Snapper Crab. Oh, we went after my Draconians. Interesting. Okay. I have a 50-50 chance to freeze it solid, so let's try that. Oh, and it didn't work. Yikes. All right, well, now my poor little... We can't get over there either. Yeah. Oh, you know what, though? We can. Oh, look at this. That would be amazing. Let's do a nice big flanking shot there. Perfect. And then we should be able to get the kill this way. No problem. Excellent, and our Draconian unit survived. We did lose our Barghest, but that's all right. Ooh, and look at this. Okay, some leg gear and some acid darts. All right, well, not amazing, given that I think we already have leg gear with our... I think all of our heroes, perhaps. Yeah, we've got some good stuff with the Jealous, or at least decent. Irillis could use an upgrade. And Tauron has pretty good pants. So we'll send the pants to Irillis just because I think 2 defense is better than 1, really. So that's kind of the only... that's the rationale there. So we'll send those over. As for the darts, we'll give those to a Jealous. Alright. And then we can head back this way. This recharges in 1 turn, so we can actually grab those flames on our way through. And the Tiger can join in with the stack as well. We did get a level up here for a Jealous. And now that he's leading an army, I think I'm going to focus more on him providing benefit for his army. So let's do Charged Army. And then maybe Magic Affinity on the next level up. Okay, so now we have Irillis. So we have to decide, do we want to try this battle? Or should we turn around and go up here and go for this fight? I mean, we're already down here, so it wouldn't be bad to do it. But I think it would be better to just get this quest done, kind of ASAP. So I think we'll head back this... my concern here is we're going to take some heavy damage. We might lose a unit because we really don't have anybody to, like, tank the big damage. We do have our Unicorn Rider, but, you know, the Unicorn Rider can only kind of handle so much. So I think we will go up here. It's not the end of the world either way. Oh, and then this is in the mountains, so we can't easily engage the battle. So hopefully they just attack us next turn. That would make things easier for us. Now, here's the other question. Do we want to risk this battle? I'm thinking no, given that there's 2 heroes here, an Archdruid and a Sorcerer, who presumably is going to hit us with some spells. I mean, again, our Canyon Crawler is an absolute monster. We do have a Firstborn who's very strong, and then some very, very powerful Tier 2 units here in the Judicator and the Avenger. Not to mention that we have Nourishing Meal, Befriend Animal, and Awakened Spirit all to use, or, well, Befriend Animal, excuse me, we wouldn't use, but Nourishing Meal and Awakened Spirit would benefit us. Again, though, this would be a bit of a risky battle, to be perfectly honest. And I'm thinking mostly about the spells that are going to come our way. Oh, I'm so tempted to try this. Oh, and look at that. There was another unit hidden in there, a Halfling Thief. Yeah, we're kind of outmanned in this one. I just don't know if that would be a good decision. I don't think it would be. How close is he to getting all the way over here? Yikes. Okay, so he could get here in a single turn, which would put us in a really bad position. So even if we win the battle, we're still going to have to deal with... Okay, at least these units are a bit further away. It would take them an extra turn to get there. Let's just see. Yeah, it's saying probable defeat, and I'm inclined to agree. We're not going to have any spell casting because we're out of casting points. They've got the wall. They've also probably got the defensive structure. Let me just abort for a sec. Yeah, they've got the stone wall. So, the Canyon Crawler does have reinforced and improved wall climbing. One of the problems I'm thinking about, though, is that this Rooster Farmer with Doomgaze, all it would take is one of my units, like, let's say it petrified the Canyon Crawler, like, game over, right? I'm in big trouble. Although we do have quite a bit of... We have decent spirit protection. Oh, I'm hemming and hawing over this one, that's for sure. Let's see, how long is it going to take my Sorcerer to get involved? Yeah, it's going to take him a few turns to get all the way over there. And of course, he's going to probably reinforce his city if I let him, if I don't attack this turn. And again, we may come under attack if I don't attack now anyway. But you know what? I'm not going to attack. I'm going to stay in the open. They won't have the wall at the very least if they try to attack me. Boy, I'm in a bit of a tough situation though. I think I got a little bit maybe too aggressive. which, I mean, hey, it happens. Okay, so spell casting, we're going to hold off. We're going to end the turn there, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the hero took off. I'm not 100% sure why. Ah, there we go. Okay, we're coming under attack from the ogre. If that hero just left the city, I mean, I'm going to attack it now that it's less defended. I don't know why the heck he did that. All right, so... Oh, and this is great because we're in the domain of our vassal city. We actually get to use the city, which is kind of helpful. I mean, really, it's mostly going to be beneficial for Aurelius with his ranged attacks, but what we'll do is we'll step over here, and we'll throw a buff on, as I usually do, onto the Unicorn Rider. And everybody else, I think, can just kind of hang out. Alright, so the ogre is going to have to break the gate or the wall, one or the other. So I believe he has Demolisher, so... Oh yeah, and our line of sight penalty is causing us some problems, as you can see. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Alright, what we'll do is we'll just start blasting the bard. And we'll try and start doing a little bit of damage at least. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to have to retreat my hero back just because I don't want to be... Yeah, right there. Look at that. We can really hit that ogre. You know what? Let's try for a conversion here since we're... Oh, resisted, of course. That's frustrating. Worth a try, though. And I realize now that the hero is going to come under attack, so we're actually going to move the Unicorn Rider there with phase and do that. You know what? I should probably move this Blunderbussman over to take advantage. So, okay, we'll end it there. Ooh, tried to charm, but we resisted. Thank goodness. Tried to seduce, and we resisted. Also, thank goodness. All right, so now we can blast the heck out of the ogre, who has kind of low resistance. I'm a little bit, like I said, I'm kind of disappointed that that convert didn't work, but... Oh, and we fumbled because we're not doing so well. We can attack the heck out of the nymph here, so let's do that. Perfect. And again, the Shock Serpent, it would be great to get a little bit of experience if possible, but I don't want to risk it unnecessarily here. Can the Blunderbussman do some work? He could. I just don't want to blast my own units in the process, so we'll hold off there. Ooh, ouch. Oh, dang, we took some pretty hefty damage there, but that's all right. So what we'll do is we'll throw a heal onto the Unicorn Rider. And then what we'll do is we'll step up next to the Bard here like that. And then I'm actually going to start moving my Shock Serpent around to see if I can get in there. Oh, wow, just one-shotted them. It's too bad I wasn't able to get experience with the Shock Serpent and that the convert didn't work, but we did get our Unicorn Rider up to gold medal, which is good. And here we go. We completed the quest, and now we get our tier 3 Draconian Pikeman, which I'm extremely happy to have. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, those sun shields are going to make a big difference for us. Fantastic. So yeah, now this stack is a force to be reckoned with. I think we'll head back down. Actually, at this point, we could even entertain perhaps trying one of these. Although, again, I'd like to evolve the Shock Serpent before we start attacking one of the seals just yet. So I think what we'll do is we'll head back down as I'd kind of planned to. Oh, and now this city should be able to join us if we really wanted. You know what? That's actually not bad for gold. So you know what? Let's do it. Excellent. Now we can start developing the city. We have the option to make a Draconian Warrior, who is the inflict bleeding wounds and has a shield. So this is one of the newly added types of units. Draconian Whelp. So So a modified version of a hatchling that can still evolve. And this one has poison instead of fire. That's kind of cool. And some blight protection. Very, very cool. That actually is really nice to have that extra elemental damage sort of diversity there where you're not just stuck with fire. You can also use some blight as well. All right, now in terms of structures to build, getting some extra mana income wouldn't be bad. What do we already have in this city? We have a barracks and a builder's hall. The shrine would give us access to the Draconian cold spawn, presumably does frost damage, and kind of like how we have fire and blight. That's kind of cool. Now this wouldn't be a bad idea. The Dolmen, so we can start building those hunters. Draconian hunters, that wouldn't be so bad. Siege Workshop, again, would improve our production, but that does take a couple of turns to get there. Maybe what we'll do is we will produce a Draconian Whelp, just so that we have something to defend the city with initially. Just having a unit... Although, you know what? We could throw this mandrill on the city just to occupy it. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. Again, I want at least one unit sitting there. And then in the meantime, perhaps what we do is we... Again, I want to have this city because it's kind of on the front lines. I think I'd like to have it a little bit more equipped for combat. You know, able to make units and whatnot. So let's do the Archdruids Dolmen here. And in the meantime, like I said, we will advance our mandrill over to guard the city. And then we'll take Irillis here and head over perhaps to this farm. Okay, and that's already cleared. We can head down this way, though, and see if maybe we can clear this out. Guarded by some heavy cavalry. All right, now it looks like Wasthanoth is offering to join us as well for only 58 gold. Absolutely, let's do that. There's another city we can start developing. We're going to have to watch out because we're spending gold pretty... Oh, no, and I didn't look. Oh, this unicorn is going to take that city from me. Oh, that was such a mistake. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Again, I didn't even look. Oh, that's so brutal. Yeah. Oh, man. That was so painful. I'm sure some of you saw that and went, no, don't. Oh, man. Yeah, well, there we go. It happens, right? Sometimes you make a decision without really looking. Oh, and here we go. Okay, so now we can actually move out. We can attack. Oh, you know what? We're going to have trouble here because this stack is not particularly powerful. We're going to have trouble with this battle. Spiderling. Little animal with resurgence. Oh, it's a summoned unit. Okay, it has resurgence. That's kind of cool. Guardbreaker, swarming mass. Unit gains a 4 defense bonus against attacks of opportunity and retaliations. It's got overwhelm. Wow, for a little tier 1, that's a pretty good unit. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have... you know, we're going to have trouble here. Our sorcerer is going to be in tough. But it looks like now we have a better opportunity to attack the city because a bunch of the units just ran away. So let's take advantage. Saying closely matched, but I think we're in good shape. They have the advantage of, obviously, the walls. And spells, as you can see there. So I think what we'll do is we'll throw the Nourishing Meal onto my best unit here, which is going to be the Canyon Crawler. Also, the Cockatrice unit, the unit that's riding the Cockatrice is gone, so even more reason for us to be optimistic about this battle. Vanguard and the Firstborn can try and climb the wall over there. Judicator perhaps can move up this way. And then our Avenger as well can kind of head over that way. Yeah, those burrows are annoying, but... Ooh, ouch, and our hero taking some punishment. They reduce the movement of our spider there with that hurl net, which is one more turn. We're going to have to wait until we're able to get into the behind the walls. Now we'll throw the Vanguard up on the wall. And the Avenger can kind of advance like this. Firstborn, I think, will head to the gate. Now, Tauron, again, we have to be careful. We don't want Tauron. Oh, and you know what? I should have awakened the Canyon Crawler. You know what? We could maybe still do it. I don't want to put Tauron in unnecessary risk, though. Completely forgot about that. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Now we've got a unit to fight out here. Even if I end up losing my Firstborn, it'll be worth it if I can take the city here, I would say. All right, so the White Tiger we can blast for some hefty damage. Very good. And then, you know what? Our Firstborn could get the kill. Alternatively, oh, our Judicator's not in range. Dang it. I'm hesitant to use the Firstborn to get the kill, just given that, you know what? Let's get the Vanguard off the wall. Ah, but we would need to get a high roll. You know what? Nah, that's not going to work. All right, what we'll do instead is we'll send our Vanguard over to flank the... Oh, lucky, of course. Yeah. Jeez. And again, I wanted to use Awaken on the Canyon Crawler here, which is why I'm not just saying, oh, I can get the kill with Tauron here. But you know what? I think that would be safest. Alternatively, I could use Befriend Ant. Oh, that's right. The White Tiger is summoned, so I don't think I can... Oh, and never mind. It has Mind Control immunity because I'm facing a Druid who has Beast Mastery, of course. Okay. Yeah, the fact that it's summoned shouldn't matter if I'm trying to befriend it. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's... Yeah, you know what? Let's just get the kill. We'll play it safe, even though I really wanted to buff my spider, and it might actually need it. We can hop up on the wall here. Let's go up here. That way we're forcing them to funnel into us a little bit. And then what we'll do is I'll put our Judicator right there. The Firstborn, on the other hand, might actually kind of retreat back a little bit. Because I don't want to sacrifice them if I don't have to. Okay, unsurprisingly, our unit that we threw in behind enemy lines got killed. Not really a surprise. Ooh, Animal Slayer, that's a problem. Definitely need to get rid of that. Those rat catchers here. Yeah, Animal Slayer, that's not good. You can see there our Canyon Crawler took some hefty punishment. See if maybe our Avenger can get over and do some work here. Nice. Okay, that was pretty big damage. And then maybe with Tauron I can follow up. Oh, not quite, eh? Now, if we get a critical, maybe. Oh, lucky, of course. All right, let's just get the kill here on the Pony Rider. There we go. And then you know what? I'm going to park the Judicator. Oh, maybe. I was going to say I'm going to park it on the wall, but that's a bit of a... It's maybe not the best. Okay, we'll throw the Firstborn up. Put the Judicator on the wall as well, even though I hate doing it. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. My hero just took a big amount of damage. Ouch, those cleavers suck. Ooh, and our Judicator just took some hefty punishment. Thankfully, we are now able to get in behind the wall here, which is great for us. Yeah, now we can start attacking those rat catchers. And look at this. Our Firstborn can get in there and do some hefty flank damage. Nice. And then we can get the kill here with our Avenger. No problem at all. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll actually back up one even. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Again, it's kind of risky putting Tauron in close, but I need to start putting a hurt on these units as best I can. There we go. Oh, lucky, of course. Yikes, that is so frustrating. All right, now I'm probably going to lose the Judicator at this point. I think that's almost a given. I mean, I guess it's not a a guarantee that that's going to happen, but it certainly does seem likely. I could go here, and then there, and that would give me a flank shot, though, so maybe we'll do that. There we go. That's a nice flank. Oh, huge. That's huge. Absolutely massive that we got that critical hit there. And then let's go tie up this Brew Brother. Okay, nice. Pretty hefty damage there as well. And that's going to do the turn. Oh, no. We're taking more damage with the hero. With our leader. Yeah, Tauron's going to have to... Okay, he has enough that he could tolerate another hit from the burrows, but he can't really tolerate too many more hits from a lot of these other units or he's going to die. And we still have this hero to deal with, which is not pleasant. So maybe what we'll do is... Let's see. Okay, we can kill the thief, so let's do that. There we go. And then I think we're going to just move the Judicator kind of over this way a little bit. Meanwhile, Tauron, I suppose we could attack the gate and try to get inside. Alternatively, I might just kind of run him away. I mean, I don't think the hero's going to really attack Tauron, but I think we'll retreat back just because I really don't want him dying. All right, there we go. Yeah, he can handle the rabbits for another turn or two. I think we're all right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. So now we just have to gang up on the hero here, which shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. Let's do some hefty damage. Oh, Lucky, of course, coming into play, as always. Big damage there, and then hopefully the kill. Perfect. Oh, that's fantastic. And all we lost was the High Elf Vanguard, although we did take a ton of damage. But just like that, we now have the throne city of our opponent. And I am going to migrate this one over to High Elves, I think. Let's see now. Let's just take a look at the terrain. So it's tropical, fertile plains, and barrens. Now let's see, as elves, if I remember correctly, so we don't like tropical, and we don't like blighted or volcanic. So maybe this would be better actually as draconians rather than high elves. We do have some dense vegetation though, which I think we like. Yeah, we like dense vegetation. That's the one we do like. Hang on, let me go check. So draconians, if I remember right, they like lava pool, barrens. They don't like Arctic or tundra, and they hate blighted. So they would be kind of indifferent to the terrain here. I mean, I would prefer to have more elven cities, even if they're a little bit unhappy. How are we doing for alignment here? Okay, so we're slightly evil, but we're still, or we're a little bit on the evil side of neutral, I guess I should say. Now, and yeah, we're not going to have terraforming anytime soon to make more forest. All right, let's go Draconian. Let me just look. So how miserable are we in the wrong terrain? I mean, it's only 150. Yeah, you know, okay, we'll go Draconians. That way I don't have to worry about it. And now, okay, we can level up Tauron here. So, let's see. We are at level 8. Oh, and look at this. Oh, Wand of the Naga Mage. That's an item that must have dropped from that hero that we killed. So we'll definitely pick that up. We're at level 8 here. Could grab Entangling Touch. That's not bad to have. You know what? I think I might just throw a few points here into upgrading my hero. You know what? Let's do a bit of defense. There we go. I'll save the other 5. And then for the item, we will happily take that for ourselves. Excellent. Okay, item has arrived. That's the acid darts there. Now, if we're able to, now that we have the Throne City, all we have to do is actually kill the enemy leader. So if we go all out and just try to get the kill on the leader, we should actually be fine. And I could use Magic Fist to do that, actually. So now I'm not so upset about this situation over here. That kind of turns things in my favor. Again, the problem is we're going to lose this city to this unicorn, which is going to be very frustrating. And yeah, I don't think us producing anything is going to make a difference, but we'll at least start working on an initiate. Not that it's going to matter. And then we're going to just sit here and try to recover some of our health because we took some punishment. And then, you know what? Let's start summoning a wild animal, and we'll end it there. All right, so watch here. I suspect we're going to lose that immediately. Oh, or not. Okay, he's going to try and attack my Throne City. That's not a bad idea either, actually. Because, again, I only have a single unit guarding it, and this unicorn would probably win the battle. So what I might do is actually summon a wild animal here to help protect my throne. Yeah. And that's what we're going to do. Just to help even the odds in my favor. Nice, and a Dread Spider Baby would be helpful. That blight damage would be good, and then webbing touch is huge. So, there. Now at least we have a bit more defense on our throne. Oh, and look at this. He's heading up to maybe take this. So, you know what we'll do is we will follow. And there we go. We can engage the battle and go straight for the enemy enemy leader here. And if we're able to kill him, we don't even have to worry about the rest of his units. Basically, we already have his Throne City. So we should be able to eliminate him in kind of one fell swoop. Hopefully. Again, you know, famous last words. But we're going to try that. So, we're going kind of big here. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, but we don't have enough mana to really cast a bunch of this. Our spell. Dang it. We're going to have to do this the hard way then. Which is get a unit around to attack the hero. Because, yeah, this costs us... Oh, it only costs us 10. Okay, never mind. We're fine. I was thinking it was more expensive, but that's all right. So, yeah, we can just do this over and over again, basically, as long as he doesn't get lucky too many times. And then we'll kind of rotate our units a little bit, perhaps. Oh, you can see our longbowman's not in a great spot here. Okay, you know what we'll do is we'll go like this. Kill off the prospector, and then we will charge in with our tiger. Literally just to pull aggro and soak up hits. Snapper crab, I think we will advance straight forward. Attack the spiderlings, and then see if we can maybe get lucky and get the kill. Oh, not quite. Shoot. Yeah, and I should have actually used the Ice Claw to do more damage. Alright, we'll end the turn there. I don't know if this is going to go in my favor, to be perfectly honest. Nice, that explosive death at least helped a little bit. Oh, and there it was again. Oh, no. Oh, they survived. Oh, they died. Okay. Yeah, I got to make a last desperate attempt here to kill off the enemy hero. I'm trying to decide, is that going to put me close enough to use my fire spit here? I think it would. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. There's a little damage. Unfortunately. Okay, so... Whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to use my hero's spell. There we go. And then Magic Fist. And we just have to hope he doesn't get lucky. Damn it! Ah. Well, that just kind of botched my whole plan. I'll run the Snapper Crab in at least. And try and hit him for some more damage. Oh, that sucks so much. Oh, and he has Nourishing Meal, of course. Yeah, I think I'm hooped on this one, unfortunately. Oh, okay, hang on. Now we have an opportunity here. So, okay, let's see. Oh, you know, okay, here we go. So if we play our cards right, we might actually be okay. So let's see. If we try this... Ooh, that was big. That was big damage. Okay, now we can loop around behind him. Oh, look at this. Okay, flank. Nice. Okay, no lucky. Oh, okay, I think we're good. We just have to get the hit here, and we'll be fine. So, all right, let's step in. I mean, he has a 25% chance to get lucky. Come on, no lucky. Yes! Yes! Okay, we did it. That's what we needed. So, because we eliminated the hero, or the enemy leader after taking his throne city, he loses. So, that's why we didn't have to fight any of the rest of the units, and that's why I made a beeline just for killing him. Boy, that was by the skin of our teeth, though. Holy cow. I'm really glad that that worked out, though. All right, so now I don't have to worry so much, and there's just kind of a random unit now that used to belong to my opponent. So as you can see here, Karl Hushwick has lost. In turn 17, you have slain Karl Hushwick. So that worked out pretty well. Again, though, it was very, very close. Not necessarily some of the best decision-making I've ever had, but it worked out pretty good for us. So, let's pick up the items that he dropped. Nice, a shield, that's good. Oh, way better leg gear than what we have. Look at that, 40% shock protection and defense, +2 defense. That means we can sell off our chainmail legging. A Warcry helmet, sure, we don't have anything else. And shoot longbow, sure, we don't have that with this hero. More ranged options. Now we should probably regroup a little bit, given that we're kind of in rough shape. So, you know what, we can go through the Shrine of the Guardian Angel for the health, and then regroup at our new city. Now, Nundioth produced that Siege Workshop, so now we can start making these Sylvan Rangers if we wanted, which would be pretty good for us, I think. What else do we have for options? Again, we could continue developing our city, and we're very, very low on mana, so that's the thing that's going to limit us here for these Sylvan Ranger. So, let's see. Great Temple, we would need more mana to actually do it. Same for the Observatory. You know what? I think it's time for the Storehouse. Let's get that out of the way and just augment our growth. Alright, so that's taken care of. We'll do our research real quick. Alright, so now we've got Produce Shaman, which is going to give us access to the Tier 3 Archdruid unit. Pretty powerful here, and of course can recruit animals with Befriend Animal and has Awakened Spirit as well. And then that's going to give us access to the next research option, which is Summon Gargantuan Animal. Other options here. We could get Terraformer. Alter Node Empire bonus. So, provides an additional 5 mana coming from any of the nodes available inside the domain. I think this would actually be pretty good for us, given that mana is a little bit of a limiting resource right now. Druidry wouldn't be a bad choice, just for some more casting points, but I think we'll grab this. It's just 2 turns. We might as well get it done, and then we can hop over to something else. So we'll pick that for now. And I think this is a good place to actually leave it. So let me zoom out. So again, 1 opponent down and then 1 more to go, and we actually know where the Throne City is. So I don't necessarily even need to pursue the seals necessarily, but it'll depend on how strong my opponent is. Actually, my halfling opponent had some decent army size. He just kind of was spread out, and I sort of caught him unawares, and he made kind of an interesting choice there in his throne by leaving it less defended. Maybe he didn't think I would attack, so in any case, we're going to save it right here. We're going to call this one Episode 5. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.